This is CTV News with Nafisa Kareem.
We really need to get behind our snowbirds. It's an SOS call. It's Save Our Snowbirds.
Tonight, why an iconic Canadian aerial tradition could soon be grounded.
We don't have a huge demand of office occupiers looking for space right now.
Offices are sitting empty in Greater Victoria. Could they be converted to homes, or is there a fix to be found in the workday commutes? Plus, Adam finds out why an Nanaimo man has spent months giving thumbs up to all the people passing him. Later on the Sawatsky sign-off. Good evening and thank you for joining us. This summer could be the last chance to see Canada's iconic snowbirds take to the sky. A Conservative MP says Ottawa is preparing to pause or cancel the popular Air Force program due to an aging fleet, forcing the Defence Minister to respond. The squad is beloved by many Islanders as they use 19 Wing Comox in the spring for training. CTV's Graham Richardson reports.
For decades, they've been a Canadian symbol of blue skies and hot summer days. But Conservatives are now warning 2026 will be the last time Canadians will be able to see the iconic snowbirds for many years to come.
Up front, the snowbirds are being cancelled. This is the last season.
Told is the former mayor of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, home base for the snowbirds. He says the schedule is normal for 2026, but after that, the planes will stay on the ground.
They do our nation proud, and we really need to get behind our snowbirds. It's an SOS call. It's Save Our Snowbirds.
2 air shows confirmed to CTV they are not booked in 2027 and referred all questions back to the snowbirds. When asked directly about the future of the program, Defence Minister David McGuinty's office refused all comment. One Liberal MP said cost is a factor.
At what cost? So, I mean, yeah, it's a Canadian institution. Would be sad to see it go, but I'm not sure how much it costs for the snowbirds.
After our story published online, the minister said this in the House of Commons.
This member surely can't be suggesting he's going to put the pilots, the women and men of that fleet, in harm's way.
In 2021, the government committed $30 million to upgrade the fleet and keep it flying until 2030. It appears the snowbirds won't make it that long.
This is like maple syrup. This is like, ice cold Canadian beer. This is like, gravy on our poutine.
So why not just replace the fleet altogether once and for all? Well, the cost to do that will be between $1 and $2 billion with all the other government priorities. Aerobatics in the air and a new snowbird fleet may not be top of the list. Graham Richardson, CTV News, Ottawa.
Now, the snowbirds may be based in Moose Jaw, but their island connection runs deep. Every April, the pilots spend about 2 weeks in Comox and use the base there to train. The MP for Courtenay Alberni says opposition party members are aligned in their desire to keep the snowbirds in the air.
What we're going to do is put pressure on the government to find a solution and remedy it. And we know that pilot safety is absolutely critical and must come first. But really, this is disappointing that the government's, put this program, this really important program, in jeopardy and at risk because of their mismanagement, and needs to be addressed clearly, responsibly, and that's something that we'll be calling for.
The snowbirds are scheduled to come to Victoria on August 4th for a show along Dallas Road, which could be one of their last for a while. Office vacancies are at an all-time high in Greater Victoria, a topic we're continuing our coverage on tonight. Yesterday, we delved into the extent of the problem, and tonight we're looking at possible solutions. CTV's Anna McMillan now on whether office towers could be used for other purposes and if there's a fix to be found in the workday commute.
Greater Victoria is grappling with a problem that demands solutions. Collier's Commercial Real Estate says the office vacancy rate is at a historic high, sitting at 10.7%.
Solutions are hard. We don't have a huge demand of office occupiers looking for space right now.
Collier's VP Anna Ray says Victoria's problem is fueled by the offloading of office space by the province and tech companies. In 2014, Calgary found itself in a worse place than Victoria when the price of oil crashed.
We lost $16 to $17 billion in property value, which was about a 68% drop in the value of our downtown tax base.
Calgary's downtown strategy director says the city came up with a solution, not a cure-all, but something that has helped.
We developed a program that was designed to actually stimulate investment in underutilized or vacant office buildings to convert them to residential or other uses that would increase their property value.
He says 7 projects have been completed, creating homes for about 4,000 people. It raises the question of whether conversions could work in Victoria.
We have a thing here called the seismic code, and which isn't the same as in Calgary.
Ray says there are different expectations for commercial and residential buildings, and seismic upgrades could be too costly. The head of the Downtown Victoria Business Association says instead, a solution could be found in the commute.
We're taking 4 lanes and making them 2 lanes, and then wondering why people aren't coming downtown.
Jeff Bray says that deters businesses from leasing office space in the core.
It is a thing that the city is going to have to look at seriously.
The mayor says the municipality is juggling road maintenance, infrastructure repairs, and plans to make the city easier to navigate for those who don't drive.
It is a complex discussion, and it's one that I know that our staff are constantly grappling with, trying to find the best balance, the best compromise for everyone as much as possible.
The city says it's trying to make downtown more attractive with events, safety initiatives, and tax relief for businesses. Marianne Alto says she's optimistic because the new Telus Ocean building has secured Bank of Montreal as an anchor tenant.
That's the kind of thing that seems to be continuing to generate interest for the future, which is very positive.
Tenants move into the shining symbol of hope next year, offering reason to believe empty offices could once again be filled. Anna McMillan, CTV News, Victoria.
Greater Victoria Uber drivers are celebrating a first-of-its-kind deal for gig workers in Canada. Drivers for the rideshare company in the capital region have ratified their first union contract, which gives drivers quarterly bonuses, annual fee increases, and sick time or extended benefits. The contract also allows drivers an outlet to file grievances, such as poor ratings and safety concerns with their employer, Uber. More than 1,000 drivers with the United Food and Commercial Workers Local 1518 are covered under the agreement.
This moment is incredibly important to the history of platform work across Canada. It demonstrates that workers in this space can organize, that you can win important gains, because a lot of what they had brought forward as issues that they wanted to organize around were addressed in this contract, and we're extremely excited to be the first union in North America and perhaps the world that represents a small group of drivers that had a specific ability to organize, to negotiate their own contract, and were able to win such important gains.
The union says the historic contract has led to interest from other gig workers in communities across Canada. A small Victoria nonprofit is making a very big impact. Memory Connections helps seniors and other community members who suffer from a loss of memory or cognitive abilities. As CTV's Brendan Strain reports, through baking dog treats, the heartwarming program hopes to spark happy memories.
At the Amica Jubilee House in Victoria, this is the beginning of an experience that some here may struggle to remember.
The person may have some memory loss and they come with their care partner.
These 5 couples are part of a Memory Connections program to help those struggling with memory loss. The nonprofit offers programs for them to connect with old tasks, like baking. Today, these treats aren't for them, but for dogs waiting for forever homes.
It's all about living in the moment and enjoying the moment. And who doesn't feel good when they're giving something back?
Dozens of dog snacks in all shapes and sizes are being cut in partnership with the local K9 cookie company, Sparky Dog Snacks.
Dogs always bring smiles on people's faces. They show us that they have the courage to just adapt to whatever situation that they have.
Like these folks who are facing challenges in their lives, but have learned to never take a single moment for granted.
A lot of us who've had pets in our lives know the human-animal bond is a really meaningful and powerful part of our world.
The group then meets at the Victoria branch of the BCSPCA to spend some time with a few of the shelter dogs. lives, all while showering them with the fruits of their labor.
This is a really great way for them to relive some of the love that they have for their pets that they've lived their lives with over so many years.
It's not just the cookie creators who are benefiting from the experience.
It's a really great way for our dogs to have some socialization.
Many of these folks have once been dog owners. Maybe they don't have a dog now, but making the Sparky dog biscuits really sparks the memory of when they did have a dog.
It's a program built with the goal of connecting those with memory loss back to their community, while providing some much-needed companionship to a few dogs that are still looking for a home. Brendan Strain, CTV News, Victoria.
Pirates of Vancouver Island, it's time to don your eye patches and park your parrot on your shoulder as Esquimalt Buccaneer Days is getting underway. The annual Pirate Party features amusement rides, games, food, and a costume contest. It runs tonight through Sunday in and around Archie Browning Sports Centre.
People look forward to Buck Days because then they can come and renew acquaintance. They can bring their kids out, grandkids out, and say, guess who's here? And yeah, everybody gets to have a good time.
There's normally a Buccaneers Day parade, but it is canceled this year due to a lack of volunteers and the costs associated with new provincial safety regulations. If you are in Beacon Hill Park this weekend and you hear a seagull, it might not be a bird. It might just be the local Scream Like a Gull contest. In his gull glory, reigning winner 107.3 Virgin Radio's Johnny Novak is hosting, and he has the details on how you can enter.
I got my hat down from the rafters because this weekend it's the second annual Scream Like a Gull competition in Beacon Hill Park. And in case you missed it last year, here's what happened. Now this year I will not be defending my title. It's up for grabs, but I will be on the judges panel this year. I want to know who has the most realistic gull call in Victoria and who also has the best costume design. The contest gets underway at 12:30 in Beacon Hill Park near the North Playground. Love to see you there. Show up early so you can sign up. And one more piece of advice. Don't just see the gull, be the gull this Saturday.
I'll be pulling for you again, Johnny. Start warming up your vocal cords. 17 degrees right now in Victoria. That is our daytime high. Take a look ahead to the next couple of days. More warm weather, more dry weather as well, right through the Mother's Day weekend. All those details right after the break.
Well, Josh joins us now with the forecast. Josh, do you see the gull or are you going to be the gull?
I'd rather see the gull than be
Same.
the gull. I do like fries, though. I do like fries, and I will take them off someone else's plate. Temperatures today hitting 17 degrees for a daytime high, 16 right now in Victoria. Port Alberni up to 21. Little bit of a breeze, about 15 kilometers per hour. Yeah, if you were with us yesterday, we were zooming out and taking a look at this. Look at how this system has matured. Big twist there, way out in the Pacific. Here's some cloud cover getting set on the southeastern flank of that system to push across the island. So mostly cloudy skies overnight tonight. I don't think too many areas are going to get rain tonight. Through the course of the day tomorrow, along the west coast in the north, we'll see some showers. Even into Saturday morning, you might see a few scattered showers, and then things should dry up a little bit Saturday afternoon. Although Sunday morning in the west and the north, you might see some more rain. Nanaimo, Victoria areas stays pretty dry here for the next couple of days. 14 in the north tomorrow, 14s and 15s as well through the weekend and into early next week. Chance of a scattered shower tomorrow, especially later in the day, and then Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Chance of some showers. Doesn't look like it'll amount to much, but some showers. 18 and partly cloudy skies for inland areas tomorrow. Little more cloud in the morning, little sunnier through the afternoon hours. 20 and 19 for daytime highs Saturday, Sunday, so just slightly above average through the weekend and into early next week. Out on the west coast, chance of some late day showers tomorrow. Clouds will be increasing through the course of the day, and then late afternoon into the evening, might see some rain push through. That could linger into Saturday morning, then a break, and then Sunday morning, a chance of some showers. 12 degrees tomorrow, but A little bit warmer after that, back into the mid-teens through the weekend and early next week. A little breezy in Comox for the next couple of days. Gusts will be around 40 or 50 kilometers per hour. 17 and 18 for highs Friday, Saturday. 18 on Sunday with some increase in cloud. And there is a slight chance Sunday evening that you might see a shower pass through that Courtenay Comox area. 18s in Nanaimo for Friday and Saturday. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow, mixed sun and cloud for Saturday. Looks dry for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and a little sunnier as well for Mother's Day. And Monday, here in Victoria, 9 degrees tomorrow morning, 17 tomorrow afternoon. Some clouds in the morning, skies clearing through the late afternoon hours. Little gusty, wind to be out of the southwest, gusting to about 30 kilometers per hour. And then Saturday, 18. Sunday, Mother's Day, 20 for a daytime high and still up around 20 for daytime highs into Monday and Tuesday of next week. Average daytime high is 16, so slightly above average tomorrow to close out the week, and then above average through the weekend and into early next week. Not quite the heat that we had, last weekend and early this week, but still very pleasant and a couple of degrees above average.
All right, thank you, Josh. The coastal fire ban came into effect at noon today, meaning most open burning is now banned in areas up and down Vancouver Island. The Coastal Fire Center says the ban includes campfires less than half a meter high and half a meter wide. It also includes open fires, fireworks, and burn barrels. The fire danger rating across Vancouver Island is moderate, with some pockets at high. The vast majority of wildfires sparked in BC so far this year are suspected to be human-caused. A concerning trend of dead gray whales showing up on BC's coastline continues to worry researchers. A warning, some of the photos in this story may be disturbing. 2 whales were reported dead this past weekend, and this comes after 4 gray whales were reported dead along BC's coast during a 10-day stretch last month. One of the most recent whales was discovered on Nootka Island, the other on Hesquiat First Nation territory. The Department of Fisheries and Oceans is working with its U.S. counterparts, hoping to get samples from the whales to determine a cause of death and see if it's consistent with the others. 2019 was the deadliest year for gray whales, with 11 mortalities. The DFO says if this trend continues, we could break that record.
The leading hypothesis is all these animals are skinny, and there has been changes in sea ice cover and when the sea ice is melting in the Bering and Chukchi seas, which are their primary foraging grounds. And it appears that it may be impacting the primary productivity.
DFO says timing is critical, and if you see a dead gray whale, report it as soon as you can to the Marine Mammal Incident Hotline so they can respond quickly to perform a necropsy. The province says it will demolish the secondary school in Tumbler Ridge, the site of one of Canada's deadliest school shootings. The Premier says after much consultation with students, teachers, and victims' families, it's been decided that a new high school will be built in Tumbler Ridge on a completely new site. Students are currently going to class in modular buildings by the community's elementary school. Funding for the new school will come from both the province and federal government.
This is the path that is supported by the community of Tumbler Ridge to build a new school, to replace it on a different site. And the discussions about what will happen when the old school is removed on that site in terms of what's best for the community will be part of this planning process.
In February, a shooter entered the northern BC school, killing 6 people and wounding 2 others. The shooter, an 18-year-old former student, also shot and killed her mother and sibling at their home before entering the secondary school. Coming up, thumbs up. Adam finds out how a Nanaimo man turned his life around by turning his thumb up for strangers. Next on the Sawatsky Sign-Off.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400. 107.3 Virgin Radio is Victoria's #1 hit music station. Home of Bailey and Johnny in the morning. Download the free iHeartRadio app and listen to 107.3 Virgin Radio everywhere.
Finally, Adam finds out the story behind a man who's spreading positivity in Nanaimo, one thumbs up at a time. On the Sawatsky Sign-Off.
If you were to ask Kyle Strand to sum up his past in a single gesture,
he would likely stick his thumb down.
I started doing drugs really early.
Along with enduring addiction, homelessness, and mental health issues, Kyle says he saw at least 50 friends die.
It's brutal.
It's what led to Kyle hitting rock bottom.
And then something switches.
Kyle says he was finally determined to seek support and do all the hard work you have to do to change your life.
Believe in yourself and just do it.
And one of the things Kyle decided to do to maintain being drug-free for 7 years is walk to the end of his driveway every day and stick out his thumb.
One day, just started thumbing up people.
Kyle doesn't remember why he decided to give that first person passing a thumbs up, but he'll never forget how great it felt to keep offering it to every other driver after.
It's fun.
He never expected people to respond with smiles and waves and honks. So Kyle kept at it for hours.
My thumb doesn't get sore, but my shoulder gets sore after a while.
I'm sure. Do your cheeks get sore from smiling?
Yes.
If you ask Kyle why he's continued to do this almost every day for months now,
I would say pay back the community.
Because after being a negative part of the community in the past, Kyle says he's committed to being a perpetually positive part now.
Gives out positive energy comes back.
A small gesture can make a big impact, Kyle says. So never give up on yourself, and whenever you can, give a thumbs up to someone else. Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Nanaimo.
That is it for CTV News Vancouver Island. Thank you so much for joining us, and I guess thumbs up. Good night.